Ow. So yeah, that's my experience on how I got started.
Yeah. Leo, your thoughts?
How I got started,
Or just talking about how to get more experience in general
Well,
for Ground Zero.
What I like doing is visualization. I like okay. So experience needs to come from somewhere. You need to start somewhere in order to get experience. So without starting somewhere, you can't get experience. Zero is zero. Okay. So the way I do it, or I did it, was I actually learned how to dance sitting. I learned how to dance sitting, and
so
because I was watching YouTube videos, and I loved watching these YouTube videos of people dancing and inspiration. You get your inspiration and your experience from other people. Like you look at them and you're like, oh, I like that move and that move. So I wasn't actually really good at dancing back then. So what I used to do actually, and this is how I started obtaining some of my footwork, and if some people actually know my footwork, it's kind of crazy. I got my footwork off of just doing this. Exactly. I just did this.
That's how I started.
Anyone here play DDR?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
me,
there you
I
go.
love
That's
that
some
game.
amazing footwork right there.
Right there.
I can't play that game.
I used to do this all day, and eventually, I after getting the feel of it and knowing how it feels, or how it's supposed to feel, or how I think it should feel, I incorporated it to actual dance where I would like, oh, okay, so on the floor I go. See, it's the same movement, but like using your whole body. You actually have to use it.
Your body will try and balance itself. So the same thing what he was doing was he was sitting right here, but actually mine's more incorporated to that same stance. So it's the same. It's the same thing. Because you sit there and you're watching YouTube videos, and a lot of my inspirations are from like the Jabberwockies and the La Twins. And,
I love the La Twins.
Twins are legit. Anyway.
Does anyone not know who those are? It's okay to raise your hand.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay. So can you give some examples of how you found out about those? What are some of the kinds of things that you should research online in order to find someone like Jabberwockies or La Twins?
When I was looking at dancing, I started with dance for like actual like dancing.
Just looking up the phrase dance.
Just like typing dance in there, and generally like the most like hot topic will actually come up. Like if Miley Cyrus started doing her crazy nonsense, then everybody started talking.
Not everyone has a wrecking ball in their bedroom.
That's how I enter my bedroom on a
You make a bedroom.
I make my bedroom bigger. Knock the walls down. So I started looking up just dance videos. Just looking up dance videos, and then usually the most things that are looked up in that phrase, that tag, is going to come up. So Jabberwockies. Jabberwockies videos came up, and then you actually look on who posted the video, and World of Dance.
That's another one.
World of Dance is one of the companies that actually go around the world, and they set up like all these dance panels or dance stuff on stage, and then
it's a con where people actually go to the panel.
Yeah, where everybody stands there, and then they watch these guys, like Fiction. And then also another thing about that was Fiction started on America's Got Talent.
That's another one to look up.
Yeah, a lot of America's Got Talent are dancers, or they sing. And America's Got Talent, you can look up America's Got Talent, or Britain's Got Talent, or however. And then you can just write that in there and then just put dancing. And then you'll find a lot of like single dancers that are just there by themselves. And then you can watch their movements, their footwork and their handwork, and how they like even their facial expressions.
Which you can't do as much in a fursuit dance comp.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
However, you can see that even without a suit, you can incorporate dance in any portion of your body. Your head turning to the side, your mouth going, is I wouldn't say that specifically is dance, but it's, I mean, you can, every movement can be incorporated in that. So World of Dance, any kind of Got Talent, Dancing with the Stars, Dancing with the Stars.
I just wanted to, like, I'm still learning as I go as well.
Everybody's still learning.
What I like to do is take, for my dance style, because I like to freestyle, and everybody knows my freestyle. I just do freestyle. I've never done choreography. I'm still working on that. Anyways, going on that topic, I like to take, I like cherry picking ideas from all different types of styles. The way I do it, okay, is what styles do I like? What styles do you guys like? Right? Yeah. Like, let's say I'm not really into the pop locking that everybody does now, and the tutting and all of that. What if I wanted to do jazz? What if I wanted to do swing? I would look up those dance styles on YouTube, because when I do that, it's very specific to a style. Yeah. And you will be able to find things that you are interested in, and if you're interested in them, you'll be more motivated to practice those styles. And I personally feel like that's the best way to go about it, and looking at, and do the research. Like it's if you actually like that style, you are going to look through many pages of the many different YouTubes of the style, and you'll find eventually your idols, the people that you like, the people who do swing the best, people who do jazz the best, or at least you like their moves a lot. And then you'll try to involve that experience of them into your dance. And I think that's the best way to learn it.
Start with where you like, what type of music do you guys listen to? I know, deep house music, jazz music, electro swing music has been growing a lot lately. And if you notice, like in the dance competitions, a lot of the music is trap music, like dubstep, and you'll see like that random person like Momo and her jungle music. Momo is amazing. You'll see Kit and his music, and you notice that like his dance moves are incorporated with that style of music. So you can find what type of music you're into, and then you can look up dancing to that same genre. And you can do the research that way. That's another way to do it. So how to dance to rap music, or how to dance to electro swing music, how to dance to dubstep music. Dancing is really like, it's a way to express yourself, but it's a way to express yourself through like what you enjoy. It's your own personal movements. It's your own not everybody like creates their own move. I mean, moves are all over the place. Right. But don't be ashamed. Like, oh well, 15 people did this, and people do it. It's not something that you're stealing from. You're taking inspiration from other dancers and incorporating it into your style. So,
it's basically all I do.
Music, your music choice is another good way to start doing research on how to dance to the music that you yourself are really interested in.
Welcome!
Hey, you have to dance now.
Dance.
That's enough.
There we go.
Yay, you are allowed to come in.
All right, so like my couple of cents on that, I think you guys hit on really important points. Start with what you like. Also start with what you feel you can physically do. Don't start bigger than that. So starting with where you're comfortable, but also just kind of be aware and like have a come to Jesus moment that, you know what, I'm not going to be doing like crazy breakdance, one-handed handspring flip things. It's okay, because that's not you. That doesn't need to be you. So start with what's comfortable. Start with what's physically in your body. Start with what you like and enjoy, because your joy of that music is going to translate through the joy of the dance. Do look up the different places where you could find inspiration. So World of Dance, if you like Dancing with the Stars, America's Next Best Dance Crew, America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, Urban Dance Camp. is another one that I've seen out there.
Yeah.
Any like how to dance to blank if you've identified your style. Who here at DDR? You've seen DDR. It's a thing where you could learn footwork pretty well.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm not going to go out there and do a DDR routine because really no one's going to care, and I won't have the bar to lean on the stage anyway if you do it that way. But what it will teach you is rhythm, and that's a completely different world entirely. But rhythm's very important in dance as well. The other thing that I would say, who here has played Just Dance? Because when you said Just Dance videos, I was like, that's going to bring up a completely different dance thing.
I feel
But
so bad.
who here has played Just Dance? All right, who here has played, what's the other one that's just like Just Dance?
Disney Infinity?
Dance
Sure,
Revolution. Dance Revolution?
Dance Revolution, sure. So like those things on the PS4, PS3, Xbox, and Xphone, like play those games, because if you're starting from zero experience, you might not know that like this can be a move or something like that, or like doing the airplane or something like that. That literally is a video game that teaches you exercise and repetitive motions. Not because repeating motions over and over again looks great, because it doesn't. But if you repeat a motion enough times, what?
You look so bad.
Because it doesn't.
Because it doesn't.
Yeah. But if you repeat a motion enough times, well, guess what? The more that you play that song, the more you're going to remember, oh, like the orange guy going like this means like there's going to be like a jogging thing for 8 counts. Well, you're going to have that jog in your head. Or if you see like this arm swing and the arrow goes this way, then you know that this is going to be a dance move. Repeating motions over and over, sitting at a desk, moving your feet all sorts of different directions, that repetition is what's going to get you that experience, is going to get you that practice.
And don't. Another thing is, I feel that people, like you said, like there's a couple of things where like you feel like you can't do that move because it's too complex. There's actually ways to cut around, cookie cutter it a little bit, because I know from like when I was trying to learn how to do breakdancing, right? They always tell you to put your hands and put your fingers like this. When you do breakdance, you need to put it and you need to use your fingers. You cannot put flat palm because you will end up hurting yourself. I actually practice with flat palm because it's too hard for me to do my fingers, right? Don't be afraid of doing that. It might be bad technique, and that and many dancers will probably be
We'll tell you that.
Yeah,
but
it's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Right? Because don't feel like that's not okay. I can't do this. If I can't do this, I can't do this at all. No. Do it. Get there first, and then do it, and then start working on your finger strength and whatnot. All of that will come in time.
Yeah.
All of that will come in time.
And there's lots of different tips and tricks for a lot of the different styles that are out there, and there's going to be a lot of YouTube videos that'll help you make those baby steps.
Yeah.
But in the topic of experience and practice, does everyone feel like they've got at least 1 or 2 good takeaways to say, hey, I can get started on getting experience? Show of hands.
Yes.
Show of hands. Like 1 or 2 good takeaways?
Yeah, the sprinkler and the Q-tip.
I'm not very good at math.
Right? So lady in the pink, what are you going to do after this con is over to help you figure out how to get more comfortable with more experience?
I am probably just going to mess around and try to figure out how I like to dance.
Awesome. Mess around. Just try to figure out how you like to dance, how you like to move. Where are you going to do that? In your room. In the comfort of your own room. That's awesome. So gentleman with the glasses next to the other gentleman with the glasses. That one needed to be very particular. What are you going to do?
I think I'm going to start getting some inspiration.
Getting inspiration. I like
taking
that.
Taking the time out of my day and practicing what I've seen.
Practicing what you see. I like that. And how are you going to find that inspiration?
I'm going to use YouTube.
Using YouTube.
YouTube.
Your best friend. It really is.
Google.
YouTube, Hulu, whatever, Amazon, you name it. Actual TV. Oh my gosh, that exists.
Yeah. So I mean, and you guys, like, a lot of people feel that, you know what, I can't dance for the life of me. and I mean, like, oh, well, I don't know where to start, you know. And we give you all this information, but you guys realize that you spend so much time on your phone, on technology.
It's true.
And who in here has a smartphone?
All of us.
Recording with a smartphone.
Who in here with a smartphone has internet access? Who in here spends all that internet access on Facebook, Twitter,
Satanic.
YouTube?
YouTube.
See? Instead of looking at those general furry videos and furry parades and stuff like that, you're like, oh, well, I'm not like, even if you're laying in bed on your phone on Facebook or whatever, you're going to be like, oh, well, I'm lazy. Well, if you actually sit there and be lazy on your phone and you do the research for the dance style that you look up, you're actually going to learn. So instead of having to get up and go across your bedroom of 2 feet to sit at a computer, you can lay in your bed. You can do that same thing. You'd be like, oh, well, I can do that.
You know, another thing is, like, I think a lot of people who try to learn dance also feel that the learning process is very boring and they just want to skip to being good, which doesn't happen.
No. Nothing is better than experience.
But I'll tell you this much, that there is a fun, I personally believe in having fun while you're dancing. So if you're on the dance floor, okay, and you're afraid of dancing in front of everybody, even if you don't know exactly how to dance, you will probably end up coming with your own moves eventually if you're not afraid and just dance with the rest of us. Like when I go to a dance floor, you know, we've created circles multiple times, and I've been trying to drag people who don't know how to dance. I don't care if you know how to dance. Come onto the dance floor, and we'll still cheer you on because we want you to succeed. You need to also understand that most of us